Alrighty, so the number continued to increase in terms of the record amount of head coach that is either being fired or let go or even resign from their post. As after yesterday, we found out that Shore FC fired Christian Lattanzio. Today, we found out that CF Montreal have fired Hernan Losada. Now, just like the Christian Lattanzio firing, I don't think anybody is surprised by this, especially I always thought it weird when they decided to hire Hernan Losada as their new head coach. I mean, I know that it was always going to be impossible to try to replace what Wilfred Nancy has done to Montreal, and not to mention with the way that Montreal did sell some of their biggest asset in the off season, there was definitely going to be some regression heading into this year. But what I didn't think was going to happen was them decided to replace Wilfred Nancy, who they had a little bit of a disagreement with the front office, and this has kind of started to become a common theme with Montreal where as soon as you have some disagreement with the front office, and especially if you upset Joey Saputo, yeah, you're basically going to be out of the door. And that, when they decided to hire her Lasada, it was kind of weird because of the way that, the system he trying to use did not fit whatsoever. And well, I think that this season he definitely didn't go as crazy as he did with DC United with that high pressing and high octane kind of style of play. And I definitely did not hear anything about how the players were complaining about his high intensity training demand that we saw during his DC days. So I think that may be something he kind of learned that yeah, that just does not work. What it just does not work is the tactics that he used. I mean, Montreal team was kind of a meh and kind of a forgotten kind of team at times with the way that they play. I mean, at least the tactics that he used has worked when they're playing at home, but when it comes on the road, yeah, that's a whole different story. But the bottom line is that it just feels like it's a very weird kind of hiring. It's kind of very similar to when they hired Wilmer Cabrera just a couple of years ago. Remember how they hired Wilmer Cabrera, and that was kind of a very strange kind of hiring, and it's no surprise that he decided to step down as the Montreal head coach at the end of the season. That's kind of what this feels like, and I will say that this, going forward for Montreal, they're kind of almost in the same situation as Colorado is in right now. I mean, I don't really think any head coach want to go to Montreal right now because when you look at Montreal and ever since they came into the league, this team has gone through 10 head coaches ever since they came into the league. That is just insane. The fact that they have gone through such a coaching turnstile, and that, as I said before, as if you're heading into Montreal and you don't agree with what the owner says, and you started to bicker with the ownership and the front office, especially with Joey Saputo, you're basically going to be axed by the end of the season, or even in the middle of the season at times. So yeah, I don't think any head coach want to be in that situation, and that yeah, this is going to be very interesting to see how Montreal is going to go. I mean, obviously, I think when you have that many head coach that's been let go, and Montreal has had very little success during their time in MLS, then you can definitely start to question in terms of the front office, and especially I know a lot of Montreal fans are very disliking their owner Joey Saputo to the point where there are definitely a lot of Montreal fans are saying that he needs to sell the team because of how bad he's running this team. So yeah, overall, it's going to be interesting to see how they're going to do. I mean, at least I will say that unlike Colorado, where when I talk about them in the moving forward series, talk about how well, actually, when I talk about when Robin Fraser was being fired, of how that's a difficult situation for Colorado to really hope that anybody would actually want to accept their head coaching role is because they don't really have a lot of talent so far. Montreal definitely does still have some talent. I mean, yes, it sold off some of their best player last off season, but at least they definitely still have some talent in their team, and not to mention they have a very good homegrown academy in their backyard. Probably one of the more underrated one. There's a lot of good homegrown players that I'll talk about when we do get to the moving forward series. Talk about the revelation and some of the players to watch out for in terms of young players, that is. But yeah, let me know in the comments below. What do you think of this news? And also, with now just pretty much almost a third of the franchise, or actually not even a third, we're almost up to almost half of the teams right now in MLS that are without head coach. This should be a very interesting offseason, especially when you look at the names that is there out there in terms of the coaching hiring. there's definitely some interesting name, and I won't be surprised some of these coaches that's been fired by their team, they could be looking to go to another team and become a new head coach there. But yeah, let me know in the comments below what do you think of this news. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, make sure you guys do like, smash the subscribe button, and yeah, I of course will see you guys next time.